So one of the really interesting challenges at Metro at board level for me was a challenge around how we worked with transsexual people in the organisation. And I'll put my hand up and say that actually I think retrospectively I'd probably got some of that wrong. But we were battling with this idea that, when people talk about kind of gay, lesbian, bisexual people these days, you get the LGBTI plus. And at the time, I was kind of like, why is it that everybody has to hang their issue on our issues, right? Sounds really prejudicial, right? But at the time, I was really clear that the Metro was an organisation set up around sexuality, right? So questioning sexuality or being discriminated against for sexuality, whatever it might be. And for me, transsexuality wasn't about sexuality, it was about gender. And I didn't know whether those two roles worked side by side. There was also an issue at the time that we had quite a few transvestite members. So this is not about gender, right? It's about something else altogether. But a number of those men wanted to be part of women's groups. And we were really clear in terms of transvestism, that's not appropriate. But in terms of transgender, that threw up all sorts of different issues. And those issues are still rumbling around today, right? They're not cut and pasted. So it's one of the things I really remember about being on the board, is grappling with that stuff. And it was a young transsexual man who took me to one side and completely changed my mind on that. Sat me down and had a conversation and talked through his experience of his reassigned gender from female to male and what it had involved, and the sheer lack of support out there for him in that process, and how he had a number of times thought about taking his own life. And after that conversation, I never questioned it again.